Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, where I'm at right now, everyone is cooking outside. No, seriously, it's actually really, really hot today, but I mean, hey, that's summertime for you. But this fireball, of course, doesn't mind because I got something that's nice, hot, and spicy for today. But what are we going to be playing with today? Well, without further ado, let's just jump into right now and show you exactly what we're going to be talking about today. All right, there we are. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, I see someone already on the chat right there. Anna Sahin. Hi. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. And also, I see Ashley DeBeer. Hello. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon as well. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. So, without further ado, join me today in the midweek magic event. It looks like it's going to be Foundation/Marvel Superheroes. So we're going to be putting together a nice, cheap little budget deck that you can put together and enjoy here for the event. But don't worry, we have a much more stronger and powerful deck that we'll be talking about in just a few moments. All right, so as always, midweek magic, for those that don't know, is going to be running usually between Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. What this means is we just build a deck based upon whatever the restrictions are. So again, it's going to be MTG Foundations mixed with Marvel Superheroes and putting together a 60 card deck based around that. We want to get 3 wins to get our 2 rares and 1 cosmetic bonus, and then from there we'll jump into actually ranked and play with our much more stronger version of the midweek magic deck. All right. So without further ado, join me today in that standard format as we get to put together a deck that I'm simply calling Photon Prowess. All right, so little backstory with this one. As you can see right here, there is a sideboard, but for midweek magic, you actually don't need a sideboard. So actually, if you want to, you can make this deck super cheap for I think only what, 19, 20 bucks? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's actually standard legal, so that's actually pretty sweet for us. But realistically though, we just want to put this together just to get going with our event, and then once we do that, we'll show you a much more better version of the deck that really can power up some stuff. So, Photon Prowess is going to be focused on one specific card, Monica Rambeau. It's going to be from the Marvel Hero set. So she is a human hero here that is a flying prowess creature. That's a 3/3. And she says for 5 mana, you could transform her at sorcery speed into Photon Living Light. So that is actually what we really want. We want her actual hero side here. When she flips into Photon here, she becomes a elemental hero 4/4 with flying, hexproof, and prowess. And it says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. So she really basically soups up the whole team and gives everyone prowess, basically. Wow, what an extremely powerful card. So that's what we're focusing on, is we want her out as soon as possible and start pumping up our whole team to help us just go wide and smash our way to victory. Now, in order to do that for this event, we're going to just try to keep it simple. We just want to try to go as wide as we can, and then we'll use our non-creature spells to mostly just help fill out the rest of our package here. So the way she works is, since we do want to have non-creature spells, we figured the best way to do this is use tokens and just kind of fill out our game plan from there. So in the 1-drop slot, to get us started here, we're going to be utilizing here Divine Resilience. It's a kicker card that basically just has us to give one of our creatures indestructible until end of turn. If you manage to kick it, you basically can give any number of your creatures also indestructible. This is basically your only way to protect her until she flips into Photon herself. So that's what you can do. Political Triumph here, this is actually a really, really sweet and powerful card if you actually know how to use this correctly. So it's an enchantment plan for 1 mana that says whenever a creature you control enters, scry 1 and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put on this enchantment, you sacrifice it, draw a card, and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you saw earlier this week, we did put out there actually a cool budget cat deck that actually takes advantage of this card. It's actually a pretty sweet card, so I love what this does for just 1 mana. It's actually also uncommon, so that's actually a really good value for what this card does if you can go wide very quickly with it. For a little bit of removal in this, we will be using Burst Lightning here. So Burst Lightning, 2 damage to any target. So basically, it's a souped up shock because it also has kicker of 4. If you manage to kick it for 4 more mana, you can deal 4 damage instead to any target. So this can be a great wave at any part in the game to either take care of small threats or just use it as a big burst spell to just hopefully burn out your opponent and win the game. Once we start going wide with our go wide strategy here, we're going to use Crash Through here. This gives all creatures we control trample until end of turn, which goes really, really well with Monica's ability here. Once we start putting +1/+1 counters on all of our creatures to make sure we can push through chump blockers, Crash Through is great, and also you get to draw a card off of it, so just great value overall. Now, in order for us to make sure all of our tokens can keep going wider and bigger, we want to make sure we can just start doing that with cards such as Dragon Fodder here and Seer Slicer Goblin. So with Dragon Fodder here, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens at sorcery speed, and then Seer Slicer Goblin here has Raid. So this is a goblin warrior that's a 2/1, and it says at the beginning of your end step, if you attacked this turn, create a token that's a goblin. So these help us just, again, go wider and wider. It'll then trigger off Political Triumph here, hopefully flips it, and makes our goblins really big and harder to deal with once we start getting more aggressive. To make sure we can just dig through our deck to get what we need, we're going to use Visions of Love. So this is going to be an instant speed where you sacrifice an artifact or discard a card, and if we do, just draw a card. Actually, we draw 2 cards, so that's even better. Granted, our deck doesn't have any enchantments, I'm sorry, not enchantments, artifacts to then sacrifice, so a little bit of a downside there, but not a huge one. So we just want to just filter out through our deck to get to what we need. And then finally, the other card in the 3-draw slot will be Goblin Surprise. So creatures you control can either get +2/+0 until end of turn. So if you already have a big board state, that can be really, really strong to push out damage. Or if nothing else, if you just need to recover at instant speed, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens and just kind of just go from there. Finally, on the top end of the curve here, we'll use 1 copy of Okioi Dora Milaje Leader. So she's a human warrior hero, and she says when she enters, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. And of course, the cool part with her is attacking creature tokens you control have first strike. So once we start swinging with all of our goblin tokens that we have, we should give them all first strike, making them much harder to block and much easier for us to force through damage. On top of that, say with like a crash through, they can really, really just make some havoc happen. Finally, 3 copies of Release the Dogs. This alone can trigger off Political Triumph very easily all on its own. Release the Dogs just creates 4 1/1 white dog creature tokens, so that's good. Granted, it's sorcery speed, but it does help out fill out our plan much quicker. Finally, of course, since we're going to be playing this in best of 1, and also this is a budget deck, we're going to keep it as cheap as possible. 7 plains, 9 mountains, and 4 windscarred crags. They are tapped, however, but again, you gain a little bit of life, which can help us again survive maybe 1 more extra hit or so. If you do want to take this budget version now into the standard format, here's what I'd recommend for you for your sideboard. For, again, spot removal, we'll use Elspeth's Smite here. 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. If it dies, you exile it, so it gets rid of hard threats. Impact Tremors, if you need to slow down your plan or maybe your opponent is just constantly blowing stuff up, use this again whenever a creature you control enters. Ping your opponent for 1 point of damage. So you can just go wide and wide and just slowly just burn out your opponent. Stroke of Midnight here is going to be in the 3-drop slot, but it destroys any non-land permanent, and it leaves behind a human creature token, so it can be good for you guys in a pinch if you just need to just ping something out, destroy something. We'll have an extra copy of Okioi here. We have an extra copy of Release the Dogs if you want to go wider, or if you just need another copy of her, whatever you need. And then finally, if you need to be a little more aggro in the plan, you can also throw in instead Heroic Reinforcements. So this is a sorcery speed Boros card at 4 mana. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, but until end of turn, all creatures you control get an extra +1/+1 and haste until then. So this can be a great way of maybe like you just need to be a little bit more faster with your deck plan. And maybe say you don't want to use the Impact Tremors, you just want to go really, really faster with it. So that's actually going to be what we recommend if you want to take this into the best of 3 for standard. But otherwise, let's go ahead, let's take now our Photon Prowess deck into the standard format here. Actually, I should say the midweek Magic event. Let's play our matches. Let's see if we can get our wins as quick as possible, and we'll show you the much more stronger version of the deck once we're done. But there you go, everyone. Real quick, real easy. This shouldn't take us, hopefully, maybe no more than 15 minutes, and then we can really jump to the fun stuff. But okay, let's lock in. Let's do this. All right, so, okay, we got Seer Slicer Goblins, Burst Lightnings. Looks like nothing else, but at least we can cast what we need with all the red mana, so let's keep this hand. See what our opponent does. Okay, they gain life. That's fine. Okay, Dragon Fodder is good too, so that'll help us out. So let's see. We can Seer Slicer if they don't have a creature. Okay, they have Land of War Elves, okay. So that means Elves got to go bye-bye. Burst Lightning that. Okay, threat off the field. Okay, Visions of Love. That'll be good for later on. So let's see. This is how we do this. We'll play Dragon Fodder. Make our tokens. Alright, opponent. Show me what you got. Another Swamp. Spring Bloom Druid. Okay. They sacrifice one of their swamps. Do they get out some forests? Okay, a forest and a swamp. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so from here, Seer Slicer Goblin. We will Burst Lightning afterwards. Let's see if they block. Most likely they will. Alright, that's fine. Okay, creature out of the way, but we do get to make another token. So we can keep filling out our plan. Alright, opponent, what you got? Duress. Alright, jeez, okay. Well, I guess we'll have to lose the Burst Lightning. What will our opponent throw away? I would assume it's probably the Vision of Love if they don't want us to dig into more options. you got, opponent? Our opponent probably thinks we're actually just a mono red goblin deck from what they probably see. But that works in our favor, so we have the element of surprise still. Oh, dark. Aw, opponent. Okay, it's fine. Alright, so from there, we'll try to get a little bit more aggressive here. Hit him for 18. Okay. Windscarred Crag. So from here, another Seer Slicer Goblin. Swing here, down to 16. Put our Crag, so now our opponent does know we're a Boros deck. And token. Let's see. Is that going to be enough, though? Dark Deeds again. Okay. So we lose a little bit more than what I'd like to. Elves, okay. Political Triumph isn't bad, but we don't need that right now. What we need, however, is one of our actual other pieces. So here's how we do this. Just force through the damage. Keep it going. Alright. We will wait until their end step. And we'll try to toss out the Political Triumph. Maybe we can find something else. Maelstrom? Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow, our opponent is prepared for us today. That's a shame. So we lose now all of our tokens on one-sided Wrath. That stinks. Okay. They hit us. Vision of Love. We will discard that. Draw 2 cards. Okay, got another Political Triumph. And Plains? Okay. Alright, well, okay, well, this is awkward. And crash through for no real value. Okay, well, we got Monica. Let's see. I guess we'll just have to kind of keep her as is. Ugh. If we can play her on the next turn, then actually we can get her out, and she should be our finisher to beat down our opponent. As long as our opponent doesn't have any discard, maybe we have a shot? Maybe. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. What you got, opponents? Floating mana. Spring Bloom Druid again. Okay, well, that's good. We don't care about that. They're definitely ramping. So as we're doing this, everyone, how has everyone's week been so far? Hopefully, all have been having a good week, right? Okay, Maze Mind's Tome. Okay. Opponents. What else you got? You're all tapped out. Opponents. Oh, they're thinking. What could they be thinking about right now? I mean, you're already tapped out, opponents, so I don't know what's going on here. Just don't keep me waiting too long. Okay, good. Okay, so there we go. We got Photon ready to go. We came here for a reason. We came here to have this elemental hero do her thing. Alright, so that means we get the Scry, so hopefully we can fix... we'll keep that on top. Only because Divine Resilience can be used. So that actually might be beneficial for us. Okay, opponents. Scryin. 2 cards in hand. What could you have, opponent? You have all the mana in the world. I'll give you that. But is that enough? Demolition Field. Okay. If our opponent wants to mess with us, they could Demolition Field our land, and then probably we put in that spot. Okay, destroyed non-land permanent, so that means the plan... Oh, the plan's dead. Okay. Well, it's not the worst. We do have ways of getting around things, so here's how we do this. Vision of Love. Get the prowess going. Discard a card. Draw 2. Okay, nice. So from here, down to 8. We will pass here. Maybe next turn we might have a shot. All depends on what our opponent does here on the next turn. Okay. They can't gain the life just yet. Painful Quandary. Okay. What our opponent's trying to do here. But that hopefully should not worry for us. Okay. We will... submit there. Get our dogs. Crash through. Alright. We take the 5, but we draw another card off of that. That's cool. Photon hitting for 6, and then they go down to 2. We go to 9. Okay. Is this it? Opponent needs one turn right here. They gain their life back, which is annoying, but not the worst. I'm surprised they have Painful Quandary, though. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we'll see. Can we close this game out here now? If they have a Maelstrom Pulse, then we're kind of sunk. If they only have Spot Rule, I don't think they have enough to stop all the dogs. Opponent, what you got? Opponent. They're thinking. Do they have it? Maybe? Find out right now. Alright, well, while our opponent is trying to figure out their strategy of some kind here, yeah, let me know, everyone, how was your 4th of July weekend for my American Fiery friends? Heck, you know what? Even if you aren't, of course, an American, how did your weekend go overall, everyone? I do want to know that. We did play the Captain America deck on the weekend, but it has been a couple days since we've actually been live, so hopefully y'all been doing well. Any new fun, spicy decks y'all been putting together? Have any of you been playing in the midweek Magic event this week? What have you put together for this week's event? Let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you. Okay, opponents, you there? Hello? Opponents? Hello? Anything? Or is this the salty scoop? If it's a salty scoop, I don't mind that. Although, granted, it is kind of eating into time, but that's okay. We have plenty of time still. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just, I don't know, I'll just hydrate on the side here. Okay. Did we force our opponent into losing their will to fight? Okay, well, I guess that's it for us then. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll swing here. Opponent has one chance right here to do something, but most likely they have nothing. Come on, opponent, I want to get my swing in. Oh, come on, at least let me do that. So, for those that don't know, basically we have already lethal because Photon here, hexproof, even if say they have a Maelstrom Pulse, which is sorcery speed, they obviously don't they obviously don't have it, but if they did, Divine Resilience with the kicker ability does ensure that we can get off just enough to protect our whole plan, and of course that pumps up all of our little doggies, so no matter what they do right here, we have the win. The only way they would stop us is if they had some kind of mass exile, but with this event, I don't think there's any card for that. And there you go, everyone. Our opponent has had enough. Oh, I was hoping our doggies wouldn't get through, but you know what? I'll take that win. All right, first win of the day, everybody, for the event. All right, we should get our dailies done here pretty quick. All right, so that's the first one. Awesome. Get our gold. What do we get? Oh, it's going to be gems. Okay, well, I mean, hey, gems are gems. I'll take those. They're still helpful. Okay, so jumping into the next one here. Let's see if we can get our next 2 wins nice and clean. If we get these done, then we'll, again, just jump into regular ranked standard with a much more stronger version of this deck. And trust me, there is a lot more oomph with the new version. Okay, so for here, not much we can really do for a couple turns, but that's okay. This is a casual event, so we're not going to take it too seriously. We just want to try to get our wins in ASAP and then just move on from there. Okay, opponents, what you got? Picking out your hand still. Thinking it over. Opponents. Lou, you there? I honestly don't want to get another free win off of this. I would like to actually play some games today. Okay, so I don't know if our opponent is there. Okay, they are there. Okay. Player planes and we'll pass the turn. Okay. Bring it on, opponent. Show me what you got. Okay, they also got a planes. Savannah Lions. Okay. Looks like they're playing kitty cats. Okay. Meow meow it is. So with that, gain our 1 life. They got Savannah Lions. Those that don't know, this is a throwback. Wow. 2-1 back in the day. Man, this was actually strong. Way, way back. Although I don't know why this is considered an uncommon even in 2024 when this first printed. This should honestly be a common by now. Helpful Hunter. Okay. Do they swing? Yep. Go to 19. We got Dragon Fodder. Okay, that's cute. We will... You know what? I'm going to run her out now. Monica Rambeau coming down. She bringing the prowess. We're still 2 mana away from flipping her anyway, but we can use this time now to just slowly just build out our plan. At least I hope we can. Banish. Yeah, they do have the Banishing Light. Okay, that's fine. So even with the Divine Resilience, we probably would not have been able to protect against that. Okay, guess we're going to plan B. So for that, we will Dragon Fodder, make our tokens, and pass. Well, I guess I got a little too cheeky on that end there. Okay, opponents. Guildgate. Five cards in hand. Another Savannah Lions. Here come the cats. Meow meow. 4 cards. Opponents. Anything else? Okay, Dawnwing Marshal. Okay. They're trying to make sure all their cats do their thing. They're swinging. Divine Resilience on 1 Goblin token. Block here. Go to 15. Another Plains. Okay, so from here, I guess we'll release the dogs. Now we have goblins and dogs. All we just need, though, is now a little bit of extra pump, and we should be good to go here. Okay, another forest. Someone's got 3 cards in hand, same as me. We haven't had a chance to do any damage to them, so we're still a ways away from him hopefully trying to beat them down here. Oh, that, ooh. I forgot that's actually a card. Okay. Well, their kitties are swinging, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. We'll just block that. Joy. Okay, we go to 8. Ugh. We're still making our tokens, though, so this is not horrible, but... do a Vision of Love. Discard the Crash Through. Draw 2. Come on. We do not get what we needed. Okay. Okay. Still can't attack until the board is clear, so... Still in an awkward spot. Okay. Opponent. Still got 3 cards in hand. We haven't had a chance to do a single swing. Okay. What else you got, opponents? Okay. So, all our opponents are also trying to figure out their ironclad strategy here. So, question for everybody here. We're actually, and I know this is actually going to sound pretty crazy to say. So, what are you thinking right now about the set overall? Have you enjoyed it so far? Is there a card that you have been enjoying? Is there anything that maybe you're not fond of that was a bit of a result of such a set? Okay, Divine Resilience. Protect 1 dog token. And use that 1 token to block. We go to 4. Okay, Windscar Crag again. Let's see, what do we want to do from here? Visions of Love again. We will discard the other vision. Draw 2. Okay, so we got all of our tokens we could ever use. Still no attacks, though. Dang. We haven't had a chance to get any of our pump or power up, and all of our red sources have been tapped, so... A little rough on this one. We're probably going to lose this one, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. Okay. Opponent swinging. Okay. Ugh. Painful. Go to 2. Alright, so we have Photon. Player for full power. Nice. Still no attacks just in case. Okay. So we actually now have a second one, and she has Hexproof built in already, so our opponent has no way of stopping her, at least for now. But will this be enough? Opponents. 3 cards in hand. So we're not dead, but we are close. Opponent did use up 2 of their claws out to try and stop us. But let's see. Do they have it? 3 cards in hand, opponent. What do you got? It could still go either way. It could still go either way. Span Alliance, okay. 2 cards in hand. Is that it? Ooh, the tension right now. Opponent is using up their time. Okay, ooh, nothing. Okay, well, that's good for us. So that means we can now make Dragon Fodder a thing. So the prowess is nice, but we can't swing with her just yet. We have to build up our board first. Okay, but this gives us now much more beefier tokens. There we go. Okay, now we're looking good. No attacks yet. But next turn should be our turn. Okay, 3 cards in hand. They still haven't had a single point of damage lost while we are, again, we're down to 2. But we're hoping right now we could flip this. Because let's see, that means that's 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at base. This pumps up everything, giving us even more. Ooh, opponent. Okay. Ugh. Looking a little rough here. Sound the alarm. Can we survive the hits? We have to block now. Dang. They need 5 mana to pump. Okay, Belling Blow, okay. Dang. Okay, so that means we do lose here to Dawnwing Marshal. They swing with 1. We have to take the hit, unfortunately. We go down. Okay, Mountain. Alright, so Crash Through. Gives all of our tokens a little bit of extra oomph there. And then here. Alright, well, this is it. Literally can't do much of anything else. Okay. Give all of our creature an extra +2 pump. Dang, we came close. Down to 6, but we lose this turn. That Dawnwing Marshal, everyone. Didn't think that was actually going to beat us, but it did. Alright. It is what it is. But it's okay, it's okay. We're not going to feel bad about that, but again, this is just the Magic event. Super casual, super fun. No big deal, right? Right? In any case, question for everybody, like random, has nothing to do with the game. Where are y'all hailing from? How's the weather in your areas, everyone? Right now, from where I'm looking at on my temperature right now, ooh, we're looking at a toasty 84 in my room right now. A little warm, just a little bit. Okay, opponent's playing an island, so let's see. We'll play, first off, our Political Triumph. Okay. Let's get our politics set up, if you will. Okay, Temple of Epiphany. Okay. In my opinion, these lands honestly should not be rare lands anymore. This should be like an uncommon, if nothing else. That's how I see it. Okay, so let's see. Do the Dragon Fodder first. Make some tokens. Ooh, okay, we'll get the Seer Slicer on top. Okay, that's good. So I do love what this card does. Literally 1 mana, you get to scry for every creature that enters. You get the 4th plant counter, flip it, pump up everything, and draw a card? That is great value, by the way. Great, great value. Okay, so let's play the Mountain. We'll do it this way. Seer Slicer Goblin. All right. It's another one. Okay, great. We'll have another Triumph on top. That's cool. I'll take that. We swing. Opponent's obviously going to block 1. No surprise there. And then we'll go from there. That takes off. Pumps up the whole team. All right. Sacrifice the plan. All right. I love when a plan comes together. Huh? Huh? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Do we want the other one? We'll wait it out a bit. Just in case if our opponent has some kind of removal in these colors, we can protect our Goblin with Divine Resilience. So let's see what they do. Okay. Heartfire Immolator, though. They could prowess it and sacrifice it to target creature Planeswalker. Okay, opponents. What do you got with that? Fiery Annihilation. Okay, there we go. So that's the reason why we wanted that white to stay up. Nice. We take the hit, but it doesn't die. Sorry, opponent. Okay, we managed to sponge the hit there. We will block here, no problem, and block there. So when this goes... Actually, it has to sacrifice in order to do its thing, doesn't it? Okay, well, that's even better. We will lose a token out of that, but that's not a huge deal. We just take it down. All right. So from here, Windscar Crag. Once again. Nice. We will... Seer Slicer, number 1, or I should say number 2. All right, okay. So keep that on top. Swing here. Down to 14. We're doing it. Scry. Token. More scrying. It's already at 3, so that's easily to flip next turn. Even if they blow up our board, we'll still take it. Okay, Tolerating Terror, okay. All right, so from here, make some more tokens. Get things scrying. Ooh, okay. I'll take that. Pump the whole team again. Oh, and beautiful. She's on top too. All right, nice. So this means that we should be good here on this turn. Okay. Hold you guys back, but big swing here. Sure, opponent, go ahead. Block any one of our tokens. We can make many, many more. Okay. Down to 10. They all trigger off. We make more tokens. We are just go wide goblins right now. But okay, we're looking good. Opponent probably has at best 1 turn to stop this plan. Okay, get 2 Lava Runner. That's cute. Anything else, opponent? You got 3 cards in hand. What you got? Opponents. And you got to admit, again, Political Triumph, great card. Very strong. Okay. They burst lightning only for 2, but Goblin survives. Do they have something else? Chart of Course. Okay. I don't know what your plan is there, opponents. Huh. Okay. Dive down. All right. Very confused. I think they gonna... I think they gave up. At least that's how I interpret this. They do a swing. You know what? We'll take the hit. Not even a big deal. We don't even care. Okay, Monica Rambeau coming in as Photon. And our opponent has had enough. All right, we got our win there. No problem, everyone. Did we have fun? We sure did. Nice. Oh, I was ready to go off with Photon there on the next turn. But okay, we got our second win. Nice and easy. We will claim our reward, which is going to be more gems. No big deal. I'll take the gems. And let's see. Let's go for the third one, everyone. The mystery cosmetic. What will we get as our cosmetic? Free cosmetic time. All right. Last one for the midweek magic event, everyone. Once we are done with this event, then we will jump again into proper standard, and then we'll show you a really, really powerful version of this deck. Far more stronger than this. But this one actually doesn't do too shabby, considering it's actually just a budget jank build. Okay, island again for our opponents. And then we will start with a... Let's start with a plains. Get that plains in. Okay, hydraulic helper. Okay. Interesting, okay. What could that mean? Now, in any case, dragon fodder coming in. Make some gobos. Another island for our opponents. Hydraulic helper number 2. Okay, so it's artifact shenanigans. Captain America shield. Ah. Let's see. What could this all mean? Okay. Seer Slicer. We will scry. Put a plan counter. Okay, we'll take those 2 on top. Swinging. We lose 1 token, but we get another token back anyway. So we hit them for 19. Make another token. Scry 2 again. Okay, not too bad. What else you got, opponents? 3 cards in hand. Ooh, okay, Tony Stark. So he's going to flip, or he's going to put the shield on it. Okay. Wow, a 111. Ain't nothing I have right now is going to get through that. But we do have a flyer, so it's not like it's the worst for us. Okay, so for now, we'll try again, get a little cheeky. Monica here. Let's see, do we want the dogs on top? Actually, we need more mana. Okay, so for now, no attacks yet. We need to wait for a moment. Obviously, our opponent is going in on artifacts of mono blue, but let's see. What are they going to try to pull off with this? They can't do the janky glove thing we did for our previous deck type when we first started Marvel. But we'll see what they do. So, Boots coming down. Notorious Cad, hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. Would you rather have a random rare, mythic, or gems? I'll be honest. At this point, I need still more rares. Although, ideally, what this event should allow you to do, and this is something that I always kind of criticize with Wizards and Arena. If you do midweek Magic, you should be given, for your first win, get at least one rare with the chance of getting a mythic wild card. Same thing with your second win. You get your rare wild card, but with a chance to get a mythic wild card. And the third one should be either a cosmetic. Actually, no, the third one should guaranteed be a mythic. Just one mythic. So you should at least be able to get at least every week 2 rare wild cards, 1 mythic guaranteed. Honestly, I think that'd be much more exciting for this event, in my opinion. All right, so let's see. What do we do from here? I guess we'll just go wide now. Monica pumps up. All right, we make our tokens. We didn't do our thing. Oh, okay, that's another political triumph. We'll take that. All right. There we go. Pumps up the whole team. I'll take it. She gets more prowess. All right. Let's see. We will... Do I want to do this now? You know what? We'll swing. Yes, our opponent can block both tokens, but that's not relevant right now. We just want to, again, just start pushing up political triumph to really give us much more oomph. Down to 11. We need to go on the offensive now. We have what we need. Okay, gold vein pick. They can start making treasures. Interesting. So I guess they're just using Tony to just start digging for more artifacts like this? I mean, sure, opponents. You do you. Oh, okay. So that's what they're trying to do. I guess they're going to try to ping us out with artifacts? Oh, opponent! They already gave up? Oh, we were ready to just do our thing there. Okay. All right, fine. A win's a win, so I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, well, I guess that means we managed to finish the event on time, everyone, so we'll get our claim of victories. What do we get? Did we get a good one? Let's see. What do we get? Atlantean Cavalry. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess it's free, so it is what it is. Any case there, that is basically Photon Prowess on a budget, everyone. The budget, in case of you were curious, this is, again, if you don't have the sideboard, since you don't need it for the event, you can actually put this together for like 19, 20 bucks, which is actually really good. In Arena here, that means it's going to cost you about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 mythics, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, 4 rares, 4 mythics. That's pretty cheap, right? Anybody can put this together. Real easy. If you do want to put in a sideboard, your price for the deck in total, I think, goes up another 10 bucks. So like, hey, 30 bucks for like a standard deck like this. It's not too shabby, right? But what if you were a person that said, Infernoman, I want to see how far we can take this idea for a deck. So if you're interested right now, for the remainder of the stream, we'll show off a Photon deck that is upgraded and much more stronger. So check us out right now. We'll do a proper, of course, overall deck tech of this. This is going to be designed for standard, mind you. So if you do like to play standard, this is what I can recommend for you to get some more oomph out of this. Notorious Cad, yeah, definitely cards over cosmetics. Have you ever gotten a cosmetic as a reward that you use? Yes, I have. There was actually a couple of the cosmetics I was like, oh sweet, I wanted this cosmetic for the for a deck I had, just to bling it out a little bit. I think it was one of the I forget which one it was. It was an alt art that actually was from one of the cards that I actually do frequently use. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, once in a while you get them. But yeah, I admit that like 99% of the time, it's usually cosmetics that you're just like, ew. It's either for a card you never use or for some kind of jank that no one actually ever plays. But in any case, rambling aside from there, this right here, as you can see, if you liked what we did for Photon for the midweek Magic and you wanted to take her to the next level, here's what I'd recommend for you to give you some much needed upgrades. So this version right here, we're definitely going to keep Monica Rambeau here. However, we're going to trim away just one. You don't have to, but this gives you at least one thing you can use to solve the problem. So Immodane's Recruiter does provide for us a little double duty. with Monica here, Imodane's Recruiter can then give all of your creatures +1/+0 and haste until end of turn. It is legal in Standard. However, keep in mind, at the end of the year, this set will rotate at last. So that means Imodane's Recruiter will eventually be gone. So if you actually want to make this, I don't know, like, I guess I would say rotation proof in a couple months, you don't have to actually use Imodane's Recruiter. Just keep in the extra Monica Rambeau and put it into from the sideboard into the main deck. We're going to bump ourselves up to 2 copies of Okioi Dora Milaje, so she's going to be your only 4-drop for the set because we want to keep this a little bit more trim for a specific reason. We're now going to upgrade, and we'll put in Cosmo Grand Zenith. So this provides for us double duty with the deck. So Cosmo Grand Zenith, really strong card for us and really goes well with Monica here. Because with this, she can do 2 things. If you're casting 2 spells in a turn, you can either choose to make soldier tokens, which helps you go wide, or start putting +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So she literally can do double duty with Monica's ability when she becomes Photon. Or if you just need to, again, redo your tokens, you can just go wide with Cosmo Grand Zenith. Thankfully, these are not legendary, so you can cast a bunch of these and start just going absolutely bananas with this. We do want to make sure we can also make tokens faster, so get rid of your Goblin Fodders now, and we'll throw in Frontline Rush from Tarkir Dragonstorm. So this is also a great card for us. Creates either 2 Goblin Creature tokens at instant speed, or target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. You're going to go wide with this deck very quickly, so this can be great at any point in the game. If you just need to instantly speed make some goblins, if you just need to pump up, say, like Photon, or Okioi, or whoever you need, just to get you some more value. Speaking of extra value, you knew we had to throw this card in. So in the 2-drop slot, we're going to upgrade ourselves to Voice of Victory. This is, again, another very powerful card and really helps us out a lot. Has Mobilize too, which means, again, when you attack with it, create some warrior creature tokens. Yes, unfortunately, you do have to sacrifice them at the beginning of your end step, but that's not a huge deal for our deck. The other main reason we want this is your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. So this gives you a much needed way to protect your plan as you go wide and just, again, fill out your plan. Keep in mind with the tokens, even if you do lose them, it does help trigger off a couple other abilities that do go off with the whole set. So that's actually pretty sweet with us with Voice of Victory. Definitely got to get a whole playset, so do not skimp on this if you want to upgrade the deck. Finally, circling back to the 1-drop slot, we still want to make sure we can go wide with our creatures, so we're going to throw in Stadium Headliner here. Mobilize 1, so it does create for us 1 warrior when it swings. However, if you need to, you could sacrifice the Headliner, and it deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creatures. So use this if you need to. If you're going wide, maybe the board's gummed up, and just need to get rid of maybe an annoying blocker. This will help you get it out of the way. If nothing else, just go wide, and it creates, again, more tokens for your deck's game plan overall. To make sure we can kind of dig through our deck a little bit, and also to spell sling with Cosmograd Zenith and Photon here, we're going to use Heroes Hangout. So for this one here, choose either to exile the top 2 cards in your library, pick one of them and put it into your turn to play that card, or use the other side where you can then get 1 or 2 target creatures each +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn. So pushing out damage, forcing it through no matter what, or just dig through your deck at 1 mana. So good value overall for the deck. We're going to keep in Crash Through because once you start going wide with your tokens, giving them the ability to have trample will be very key once you start pumping up with Monica here, Imodane's Recruiter, Voice of Victory, Cosmic Grand Zenith. This is really going to be helpful for you to, again, just push all that damage through. And finally, it just draws another card, so it replaces itself. Granted, it's sorcery speed, so it's slow, but it's still good for the deck, so we definitely want that. Burst Lightning will stick around. However, you're going to trim down to only 2 because realistically, we're not a burn deck and we sometimes don't always have the mana open to kick it. So only 2 copies, good for us at any point in the game. So just keep them just in case if you just need something at instant speed to trigger off your other stuff. Keep your Political Triumph because this card definitely puts in work now, especially because you're making so many tokens. You'll flip these very, very quickly. I've been able to flip these sometimes the turn I bring them down. So that's bananas with the deck and I love it. Just again, I cannot stop gushing over this card. It's actually probably one of my favorite cards from the Marvel set. Who would have thought? Out of all cards, just a random uncommon enchantment ended up being one of my faves. Definitely solid for the deck. Finally, we're going to upgrade our removal now to Erode. So Erode here for 1 white mana, destroy a creature or a planeswalker. Yes, your opponent can dig out a basic land, so that can be a little annoying. But if you time this right, this actually can be one of your key pieces to then pump up your team. Get, again, a key creature you want out of the way, gone, and then just clears the board for hopefully getting your way of victory. Again, use Erode wisely. Don't do it early. You're only going to ramp out your opponent and you're going to screw yourself over. So timing is key for this card, FYI. Thankfully, now that we're going to be upgrading the deck, we could definitely get much more strength out of these land base here. So we're going to throw in Sunbillow Verge here, Sacred Foundry, Inspiring Vantage, 4 copies of each. Definitely get them as soon as you can. Even if you can't, I would prioritize getting Sacred Foundry, then the Verge, then the Vantage. Do that in that order, and you should be still good to go with your mana base. We'll trim down to 3 mountains and 4 plains. We're now going to throw in a single copy of Abandoned Air Temple. You can put in more, but keep in mind that also may not trigger off Sunbillow Verge for the red mana you might need. So, adjust as necessary. I haven't had a chance to play this too much, but I think 1 copy should be enough. Also, just because you're not always going to have the mana open to trigger off its ability to put +1/+1 counters on each creature, but it can be helpful. So just use that however you need to. I might tweak this later on depending on how well the match is going a little bit. Finally, if you do like to play best of 3 and you want to see what you can do for the sideboard upgrades, here's what I'd recommend for you. We're going to throw in a single copy of Requisition Raid. Again, helps us pump the team up with Spree, or just use this as Artifact or Enchantment Hate. The other Burst Lightnings are actually going to be in the sideboard, so if you actually need this more often than not, throw these in if you need to. If you need more removal, we throw in Get Lost, but only 2 copies because they do cost 2 mana, but it still provides for some good value. If you want to pump up your whole team, or at least maybe like burn out your opponent, or protect them against maybe like, wraths or whatever, throw in Boros Charm. 4 damage to a player or planeswalker, gives your permanents indestructible until end of turn, or gives 1 creature double strike until end of turn. So good for whatever you need it to. As I mentioned earlier, that 4th copy of Monica Rambeau / Photon goes into the sideboard. We'll have an extra copy of Immodane's Recruiter, so, tweak what you need to when you need it. And then finally, say maybe your opponent is blowing up Photon, or maybe your whole plan all the time and you can't keep your tokens online. If nothing else, swap into War Leader's Call. This now flips your deck from being just a aggro go wide deck into a burn deck. You can ping out your opponent even if you cannot swing with your creatures. If nothing else, gives your creatures also an extra +1/+1 pump as they of course keep entering. So that could be an alternate plan B to the deck if you need to flip it into something a little bit more of a just go wide burn package. But either way, those are the upgrades for Photon, everyone. So now let's get to the fun part for the remainder of the stream. We're going to play this in ranked best of 1 standard. Let's play this and let's see how well Photon / Monica Rambeau can do. Wait, hold on. Oop. Swap that out real quick. Find match. There we go. Get ranked. Hopefully this will also get us out of gold, because also I really would like to get out of gold today. All right, so we're going to be playing Photon, upgraded here. All right. Let's see how well we do. Feel pretty good about this one. Feeling really good about this one. All right, so let's see if we get this going here. All right, let's lock it in. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. All right, so we got the Zenith. Got our Photon, great. We have a lot of our high-end stuff here, but the curve can be good if we just need to get a couple more lands. We can get a couple more lands, that's solid. If nothing else, though, we actually have the right lands. So this is actually pretty solid for us. Let's see. Heroes Hangout. Do we want to play that now? Play the Sacred Foundry, so shocking ourselves, but Heroes Hangout. Dig 2 cards deep. We need a land. Come on, land. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I'll take the Aspiring Advantage. Nice. Okay, so at least now we have our land set for now. Okay, we got another Hangout. That's good, too. But we'll pass here. Opponent's playing Agadia, Windswept Bastion. An Artifacts, Azorius Artifacts deck? Okay. We'll see. We'll see if that's going to be a problem for us. Frontline Rush. Make our Goblin tokens. All right. Sacred Foundry, number 2. We'll put down the Verge, though, so that's actually good for us. And let's see. Cosmograd Zenith. Okay. We should be set for success here. Okay. Ooh, something like this leather. Ooh, that is a scary card, everyone. Gotta sound the alarm on that one. Yikes. Okay. So that means they're gonna start making tokens that are actually bigger than ours, and also they can go wide. It's not as fast as us, but we can hopefully do some stuff here. Okay. Ooh. Voice of Victory is great too. And let's see. We will tap. Heroes Hangout. Exile 2 more cards. Go wide. Actually, no, we'll put counters on stuff. We need to start pushing out damage faster. Okay. Great. We'll keep that mountain there. Down to 11 opponents. Okay, so our opponent needs a Wrath to survive. If they don't have it, we can get them. Okay, Temple of Enlightenment. So that's tapped. So there's only, what, Split Up is, I think, is the only Wrath they could have right now. Please don't have it. Oh, Pinnacle Storage. Okay. So that takes away Voice of Victory and everything but Cosmograd Zenith. Oh, annoying. Not the worst, though. Not the worst. Okay. It's another Sacred Foundry. Okay, so from here, play Photon. The good news is Cosmic Red Zenith is beefy enough to get around the construct. Okay. Opponents. Opponent blocking? Maybe. Yes. No. What are you doing, opponents? My only concern right now is a Wrath. But we'll see if we can try to fight our way around this. Oh, no, they don't block. They take it to 8. Anything else we need to worry about? Pinnacle Storage was pretty nasty. But I at least feel better that I know I did not just go with tokens. That probably would have hurt us a lot more. Okay, Synthesizer. Opponent swinging. Ooh, not yet. Okay, we got it in a road. That's actually pretty good for us. Tapped. This actually could be key. Make our 2 tokens. Nice. So from here, Photon. We will put counters on stuff. Prowess also puts some pump. Ooh, opponents. Blowing underway. Okay, but that does soften up Iron Man armor, so it can't get around Photon just yet. We can push out the damage. Opponents, what are you going to do? Blocking? Oh, they do block with Iron Man. And they block the Cosmic Rad. Nice. Okay, so the board is clear, but we're still not out of the woods yet because could be a Wrath, could be a Wrath. Please no Wrath. No Wrath means we win, but if they do have a Wrath, we lose. We'll see. Fire the referee host Lieutenant Worf. Aye, aye, Captain. Wait, was that a Star Trek reference? I don't know. Let me know. I have no idea, Tori's Cad. Pinnacle Storage again. Annoying. But that actually only takes away the tokens. So our opponent is trying their hardest to fight through this. World Waker Helm. Okay. That's a lot of tokens. They're scary, but that's not enough. Okay, oh, here we go. Okay. So for this, Imodane's Recruiter, Prowess. We will swing here. Down to 2. Okay, so next turn, Imodane's Recruiter can pump the whole team up again. We should be able to push through the last points of damage. Opponent's down to 2 cards. Do they have anything that could stop us? We just have to sponge 1 hit. Just 1 hit. I gotta admit, though, Photon, she's strong. I almost built a commander/brawl deck around her, but I really want to just start doing a little bit more live stream stuff where we're doing standard, pioneer, historic decks. Maybe even a timeless deck or here and there. Okay, 3 steps ahead. Oh. Yeep! Simulacrum Synthesizer getting copied. Oh, that's not good. That's a big set of constructs. Okay. Another copy. Ugh. Not good. However, Photon is flying, so they need something in the air. If they don't have anything in the air, we win. Opponent has 1 mana open. They swing with both cards. We block with our 2... And that's it, everyone. We got the win. Our opponent had no other options, just to swing desperation-wise, and we get our victory. Yeah! All right. Not too bad. The power of Photon, everyone. She's strong. Love it. Okay, so we need 2 more wins to get us finally out of Gold 1, and we can actually get to Platinum, where I feel like we actually get decent matches. No offense to anybody that's under Platinum. Again, not trying to punch down or anything, but hey, just trying to get out of the jank ranks, if I will. Correct, number 1. Okay, well, there you go. See, I got to brush up on my Star Trek references in time for the set. Again, not big on Star Trek, but I probably should know a little bit, at least, about when the set comes out. Maybe just a smidge. But we'll see. Until then, let's see what we got here. All right, okay, okay. So we got a lot of 1-drops here. That's actually not too bad. Get the Verge down. Political Triumph to kick us off. So even if, say, Stadium Headliner dies, at least the scrying does give us some value. What's our opponent do? Okay, they got in a road. That's fine. Inspiring Vantage. Stadium Headliner coming in. Start the scrying. Okay, ooh, Frontline Rush. Okay, that's good. Keep that on top. Pass here. I forget to mention that a road can actually hit your own creatures. So if you're like desperation, oh, like this. All right, you know what? We're gonna do it. 4D chess, everyone. Yes, we will. We don't need the Frontline Rush that badly, but let's get on a mountain. All right. That's my 4D chess move, everybody. Okay, so that did work, sort of. Okioi coming in. Dora Milaje flips. We pump up our whole team. Oh, okay. Monica's on top. All right. Nice. All right. Triggers off. Pumps up our tokens. All right. Wow. Who would have thought the Erode actually came in a pinch there against our Stadium Headliner? Wasn't expecting to use that today, but I'll take it. Unstoppable Slasher. Annoying, but not the worst. Okay, so from there, we will play Photon herself. No attacks yet. We're just going to see if we can try to really push through damage here, because we got a Crash Through, and we got a Hero's Hangout. If we need to, this can give our creatures first strike, which actually is really relevant against the Slasher. Okay. Creature Betrayal. Okay. We lose a token. Okay. Not a huge deal. Cavern Bats. Ugh. Do they take the Hero's Hangout, or do they take the Crash Through? What will you do, opponents? Hero's Hangout's what I ideally want to keep, because at least that helps us dig 2 cards deep. But a Crash Through also can force through damage no matter what. Oh, they do take the Crash Through. Okay. Opponent swinging? No, no Slasher swings yet. Okay, so Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Alright, well. Dig 2 cards deep. Might as well start pumping the team. Oh, Voice of Victory. We'll take that. Coming down. Okay, so swing with Photon. Nice. Down to 15. Okay. So plan now. If we can find a way to keep drawing cards, or at least cast non-creature spells, we should be good with what we have, even if we only have like 1 token. Bloodletter of Aquazon. Ooh. Ugh. So that means we have to... Okay, another Voice of Victory. That's not horrible. That's we're swinging Photon again. Down to 12. Okay, so we need like 1 good pump spell. Anything can get us the win next turn. Ritual Chamber. Ooh. Got that demon. Opponents. Swinging. Alright, they are. Down to 15. Ooh, Cosmograd Zenith. Not horrible, but... Come on, deck. Where is our non-creature spell? We need that. Actually, no. Can't attack yet. Okay. We need 1 non-creature spell, and we can finish off our opponent here in 1 giant swing. It all depends on what our opponent does. Oh, Unholy Elements again. Ugh. That's not good. Opponent swinging here. Ooh, is that lethal? Okay. Dang it. Have to block, don't we? So we... Okay. Dang it. Okay. Cosmograd Zenith, and we lost. No! We came so close, but we just didn't have any non-creature spells. Dang it. Like, even if I swing here... Even with the first striking swing and go wide, it's just not enough. Like, I could just do a desperation swing right there, and it's still not enough. Because from here... Yeah, we needed, like, 1 pump spell. Any one of our non-creature spells would have pumped up and given us a little bit more oomph. Dang. I'm still going to do the swing, I guess, anyway. Opponents. Yeah, we push them to 10. They go to 6. Slasher comes back. But that's game. Dang. All right. All right, so that means now we have to get 3 wins in gold here just to get out. I know this deck can do it, though. We will try. We're not going to give up. Come on, Photon. I know this girl has the power. We've seen it right here and today that she really can push out some serious damage. But we got to make sure we can get a couple more non-creature spells. That's our biggest thing with the deck. Trying to find that good balance between making all the tokens we need, but also making sure we can keep spell slinging just enough to make sure she provides enough oomph for us. But okay, until then, let's see. Okay, got the Voice of Victory. That's good. Political Triumph. So Monica Rambeau / Photon. All right. We got what we need. We definitely can dig deep with this deck. Okay. Okay, deck. Come on. I believe in you. You can totally do this. Okay, we got another one. That's good, too. Some Billow Verge. Political Triumph. All right, opponent. What you got? Mountain. Patchwork Beastie. Can't do anything until they do some more milling, which is fine. Voice of Victory. Okay, we get that scry in. Okay, keep the Verge on top, definitely. Okay. So, I have a way of getting here. So, once we get that down, Cosmograd Zenith gets 2. These guys can't do anything yet, which is good. Zenith coming down. That does trigger better too. Scrying again. Okay, we don't need another one, so we need lands. Swing here. Free swing. That is our plan counter. Nice, we get that on top. We'll take it. We'll take it. Granted, these tokens will die, but hey, we'll take the pump while we can. They go to 14. Okay, so they still mill. That's 2. That's 3. So they have a creature, land, and an instant. That's a sorcery. Oh dear. So these guys actually now get turned on? Yeesh. That's a little scary. Not the worst, though. So let's see. Here's how we can do this. Heroes hang out. Exile. We'll get the Stadium Headliner. We'll play the Stadium Headliner. That does trigger off her, so Zenith, make some tokens. That works too. All right. They're going to keep milling. Okay. So right now, not the worst. Still find a way to make this all work. Keen-Eye Curator. Okay. They can exile cards. We don't care about our graveyard shenanigans. We're not a graveyard deck, so that doesn't make a huge difference for us at all. Same Headliner again. That's cool. And okay, so once again, we came here for a reason, everyone. Photon Living Light. She flying high. No swings just yet. We need to make sure we can pump up the whole team in one go. Okay. And the other thing I forgot to mention with a deck like this is, keep in mind with Zenith and Photon, make sure to stack your triggers correctly. You want to make sure if you're going to go wide, make your tokens first with that trigger first going off, and then Photon puts counters on everything. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is what we wanted. Okay. Yes. Cosmograd Zenith, number 2. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so with that, we will, this time around, actually, I think we have enough here. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll take that victory. Aw, opponents. I was about to get that win in there, but okay. Hey, I'll take it. We were about to do our crazy things right there, but hey, before you saw it, you knew what was going to happen. So the win will still be good. All right, getting our wins in. Got a couple losses, but this deck is feeling pretty good. I do notice that, again, we're also at the halfway point of the stream, everyone. So, as a reminder, before we load into our next game here, if you are enjoying the content and if you are a fan of budget, jank, fun decks, show some love if you haven't already done so. And please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss out on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, live streams, deck techs, and so much more. But until then, all right, Stadium Headliner, 2 of them, and Heroes Hangout. That's pretty good, too. For now, shock ourselves, get that Headliner out. Let's get some early game damage in. All right, got the Verge Land. That's cute. Another Zenith. That's cool. Headliner. Number 2. Swing in here. We mobilize. Make a token. Down to 18, opponent. Lose the token. Okay, man. Oh, okay, so they're lessons. Opponent's playing, is it lessons? Still a thing in the format. Okay. It's the events, they do not shock themselves. Grand coming in. Okay, so for this, we'll do our swing first. If Grand's... Okay, so she does. I'm gonna die. Might as well just take her out while we can. Down to 15. Lose her tokens, but that's okay. 1 Grand down. Opponents. Looking at our land. What are you trying to do, opponents? Hollow fountain. Okay, combustion tanking. Okay, they have a hollow fountain. Huh. Okay. Alright. Let's see. We will put out 1 headliner. 1 stadium headliner. Just in case if we can get another piece here, I would like Cosmograd Zenith to actually do something before she just dies. They're especially if they're using cards like Combustion Technique. Let's see. Thor, God of Thunder. Okay. Ooh. Opponents. We're going to play Accumulate Wisdom again. Okay, that's fine. Voice of Victory. Heroes Hangouts. We need to dig through our deck. So what do we get? Not exactly what we need, but okay, I guess we'll take the Crash Through. No attacks. At least with the Crash Through, we can use that to just draw a card to straight up. Even if we're not going to get any true value off of it. Oh, I would love at least 1 more land. Any land would be great right now. Any of our lands would be solid. At least this way, then I can go wide with the Zenith. But Thor... looks like he's going to start blowing stuff up. Let's see. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value then. Wow. What? How did I forget this card? That's amazing. I like what Thor does. He is like the best burn commander ever. Why are we making a deck around him? Wow, I'm sorry. I'm dumbfounded. See, this also what happens when I don't pay attention to spoiler season. I totally forgot Thor can do these kinds of things. We definitely got to build a deck around him. We definitely got to do that. Okay, so change of plans once next week comes around. We have already a couple decks already have set up for this week, but I got to do a deck around Thor. I totally have to. It's got to happen. Till then, though, Crash Through. Political Triumph. All right, so it looks like Thor might have the edge against us, though. Because we don't have the lands we need, and also he's just pinging away at us. Wow. What a card. Has anybody built anything around this guy yet? Because if not, we totally need to put together a deck around him. Okay, Grand again. Go to 6. Yeesh. Powerful card, though. If we had our road... No, and that's it. That's game. Jeskai Revelation with this guy is just scary. But wow. Talk about taking an L there. I mean, I'm not mad about that one. I'm just flabbergasted that Thor just literally burns everything. Huh. Okay, we'll definitely need to write that one down on the side here. Need to put that on my list of decks to build. It's okay. Taking the L there is fine. We still need at least 2 more victories in a row to get us to Platinum. Hopefully we can do it before the end of the stream. I'm hoping. I really don't want to be stuck here. Which does lead me to a question. So, question I want to ask everyone. For those of you that do play Arena as frequently as I do, or have been trying to, how are you on the rankings? Where do you stack up on the rankings? Do you manage to make it to Mythic? Do you try to cruise until you get to, like, I don't know, like Platinum and then just kind of sit out there for the rewards? Or do you not even care about the ranks? Let me know in the comments below, everyone. I would love to hear from you about your ranked experience, if you will. All right, play the Verge. Go from there. Clay Fire Bricks. Okay, that's cute. Okay, with that, we will play Voice of Victory. So we have 2 sets of Voice of Victories we can use. Simulacrum, okay, Joy. Okay, so it's going to be another artifact affair, if you will. Burst Lightning. So from here, I guess we'll play the Voice of Victory, number 2. Mobilizing. Down to 19. So now our opponent has to play spells on their turn. United Battlefront. Ugh. This is a scary hit right here. What are they going to get? What are they going to get? Find out here. Pinnacle Storage. Oh, jeez. Okay. So if we're going to lose everything, I might as well hit our Voice of Victory now. Okay. Got to do the Galaxy Brain move here. So with that, we'll use that to take action. We will get out a Plains. Okay. At least we kind of do some pseudo ramping, if you will. All right, so with that, shock ourselves here. Photon. Okay, so now the plan is to just, I guess, spell sling a bit until we can pump up Photon to just win. Maybe is that enough? I'm not sure. We'll try. Okay. Authority of the consoles. Okay. Annoying, but not the worst. Out of 4. Oh, man. Not looking good. Try, though. For 1. Pumps her up. 19. Hold on. If I do that, is that worth it? That might not be worth it. Okay. Okay. Go to 14. We're going to do it a different way. Because we're down to 4. Repurposing bay. Okay. The tokens keep coming. Scary constructs. Alright, does that mean they get another synthesizer? Okay, oh, they get the fire crystal. Dang it. Okay. Frontline rush. Make 2 tokens. They unfortunately are tapped, though, so even if I blow it up right now, yeah, that Lord of the Consoles screwed us over. Okay. Still lose, though. No! Oh, I just want to get out of gold. Tired of looking like a goober here. Ugh, we're back where we started. Such is the life of Arena, everyone. You ever had that kind of feeling where you're just like, you're just stuck in an endless loop and you just keep going around and around and around and around. And you just want to just, scream it all out. Ugh. I'm dying over here. Okay. Breathe in. It's okay. Okay, we're going to find our center here. We're going to try again. We don't want to give up. I really want to get out of this shenanigans today. We have time, and I want to see if we can pull it off at least here on the stream. Notorious. I go for Platinum rank Tier 3 and then stop. I only went for Mythic one time with a deck I knew would make it. Even at a 67% win rate, the grind wasn't worth it for me. This was all standard best of 1. Really now? How long ago was that? And then what deck was it that got you up there? I will say, though, I do agree. Unless if you're like me that does content like this, usually trying to grind your way all the way to Mythic is usually not worth it. Not for the average player. The average player, yeah, are better off just like, you know, make your way up to Platinum. That's where the best rewards can be. Anything beyond that doesn't really get you anything. Like if you get to, what is it? You get to Platinum, you get to what? Is that 3 bonus packs, 1,000 gold, and the two cosmetic bonuses? Anything beyond that, you're just getting extra pack, which is honestly like, that's not worth it at all. Real talk. Okay, Stadium Headliner. We'll block that for now. Just want to make sure we get those gobbles off the field. We don't want them messing with us, so I might as well do it that way. Play Voice of Victory. Go from there. So, yeah, for most players out there, trying to grind to Mythic is not worth it. It's meant for mostly the sweaty players that actually care about trying to either show how strong they are, do content, or, you know, whatever. Okay. Damn. Cursed Officer is gone. Okay, Monica Rambeau, that's fine for now, but we still don't have what we need, so we're going to have to wait it out. Dang. We need our lands. We really need our lands now. Something. Okay. They named Goblin. So they have a cute little Blight deck with goblins, which actually we made on a budget like a couple months ago. It's actually a cute little fun deck if you actually do like it. Not too shabby. Okay, they also have Stadium Headliner, okay. Is that it, opponents? Do they swing? They do. So we make our 2 goblin tokens. Okay. Block and block. Yes, we'll still take the damage no matter what. Because it'll be Boggart Mischief doing mischievous things. They're down to 1 card, so I guess that's not horrible for us. Okay, we don't have a choice. We got to crash through now. Not what I want to do, but I need a land. I really do need a land. Otherwise, we're not going to survive here. Come on, deck. Dang, we did not get it. Wow. Okay, well, this is really awkward. But we're going to keep trying just a little bit longer. Okay, tap land. Okay, they immobilize. Okay, if we have to in desperation, we can use the Erodes. I don't want to, but I might have to. Okay, mobilize. Anything else, opponents? Maybe? Opponents? Okay, there we go. Come on, deck. Oh, jeez. All right, wow, we're really... Wow, dang, Arena really doesn't want us to rank up today. Okay, we finally got a land. Better than nothing. Not what I needed, but I'll take it. This creature dies. Destroy target creature. Power 2 or less. Stadium Headliner. Okay. Okay, so they turn Restless Vents into a land. We'll blow that up. I don't want to, but I have no choice. At least this forces them to tap out. Okay. They mobilize again. Down to 8. Ugh, this is not looking good. Alright. Burst Lightning. Okay. Jeez. Cosmograd Zenith. Okay. If by some miracle we can, I don't know, take out these creatures and not worry about everything else, we'll see. Okay. They bring back one of their creatures, Mud Button Curse Tosser. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Flames and Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Alright, looks like our opponent's got us here on the ropes. I plan on remaking Astor Bearer of Blades Commander deck. Nice! Hopefully that works out for you. But right now, this isn't working out for us. Dang it. Yeah. Alright, I concede. Even if I blow up those creatures, we still lose the damage and we still will end up dying anyway. So, wow. We sit back down where we started this earlier part of the day. Wow. Taking the L's here. Dang, our deck was doing fine for a little while, and now we just kind of fail to do anything. But again, we don't want to give up just yet. We still got to find a way to push through. At this point now, we still need, again, 3 wins in a row to actually get out of gold. I don't know. Maybe I should try to tweak the deck a little bit more. Maybe that would help. We'll have to figure it out. I might do maybe another tweak or so, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. All right, so trying again here. Okay, Political Triumph. We tend to do pretty good if we can get that in the early game. Verge. We have a plan. We have a plan. Okay, Plains. Veteran Survivor. Okay, that's cute. Inspiring Advantage. Okay, Voice of Victory number 1. Starts scrying. Okay, we have enough to actually cast Dora Milaje, so we'll wait. It's Tom from Discord. Hello, Time. It's been a little while, but hopefully you've been doing well. Jeez, okay. Seam Rip. Is our opponent playing that This is actually hilarious. I think they're playing the free enchantment deck that I've seen recently pop up in various areas. I've heard of this deck. Actually, I have put it together myself. Okay, Heroes Hangout, that's cute. I'll take that on top. So it's a deck that's focused on just playing mono white enchantments, and there's no rares in it. It's actually hilarious that it's actually that cheap. Okay. Alright. I guess we're seeing it now. Feather of Flight, okay. They draw a card off of that. They swing. Go to 15. Okay. So, shock ourselves. Go to 13. Okioi. Dora Milaje Leader. Trade 2 tokens. We scry. Okay, well, you know what? Do we want that? Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, we flip. Get that card. Okay, and we got Photon on top. I guess I'll take that. That works for me. Okay, so opponent needs more. They've already used up 2 Seam Rips to blow up to take away our stuff, I should say. Busy with work? Okay. Well, hopefully our work's been going well for you. Tourist Cat. Last year, Monsters Rage, Pump Fling deck with Scamp, Heartfire Hero, Slickshot, and Swiftspear. Oh, okay, it was that deck. Interesting. Yeah, Heartfire Hero. I actually did like the Boros Mice deck a lot. I played it in both Standard and I played it in Pioneer. It was actually a fun deck. The only thing that was unfortunate about the deck was just, dang, it was just so tough to just get around certain things. And then the cards got banned. So it is what it is. All right, so we don't have a choice here. Monica Rambeau coming in. She's not going to be able to flip, but what I need from her is I need to just have a blocker. That's what I need right now. Heroes Hangout. Okay, well, I guess we'll get another one. Heroes Hangout again. Exile again. Come on, deck. Stadium Headliner. Well, I guess that's not horrible. Down to 12. So we're not dead per se. We could sacrifice the Headliner if we need to get rid of the Survivor in a pinch. Feather of Flight again. Okay. Bumping up that Survivor. But he doesn't have Trample, if I remember correctly from this deck. So I could still block here. He actually should have kept that Plunge into Winter a little earlier. That actually would have gotten him to win this turn. Okay. They exile. Okay. Tom. Yeah, do you want to try my standard deck? Well, if we have time, we can. We'll see. I'm just trying to right now just get out of the ranks here of gold just to finally get up to platinum again. But I also am going to be a little bit busy because I'm actually behind schedule on our next budget deck. I actually do want to see if I can get that recording done today. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, Burst Lightning. Well. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. All right, well, go for broke. Might as well do it now. Imbodane's Recruiter. Is this going to be enough? Pumps up our whole team. So they do get to swing here. Everybody's swinging. Even if our opponent blows up the Recruiter, we already still get the bonus from it. Everything is hasty. Opponent has 3 mana open. What could you possibly have, opponents? Okay. Opponents. What do you got? Oh, excuse me about that, everyone. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Get the mobilize. So. Get that out of the way. Okay, Red Guardian's gone. Okay. Wow. We had no business stealing that, and we got a sneaky, sneaky win there. Woo! All right. All right, all right. Take that, opponent. Yeah, I get dunked on that one. Stealing a win there. Okay, I'll take that. I will take that one. Whew. That was too close. All right, so we at least got some more gold here. That's good. Okay. Getting our wins back. We're going to try to get back into this groove. Okay, we can do it, everyone. We're going to try. We're going to see if we can try to get 2 more wins. 2 more wins back-to-back gets us out again gold, back into platinum, where we probably should be. And hopefully we'll just go from there. But let's see. I would love for us to do this today. All right, next match here coming in. Locking it in. All right, all right. I do need to put back on here some of my audio that I kind of missed from before I upgrade my computer, because I'm missing. Dang, I missed my Yu-Gi-Oh file that I had where I could just say it's time to duel. I got to re-record that. Note to self also, I got to actually make sure I can record a couple more things to add to the soundboard. All right. Anyways, mumblings aside, sorry. All right, for now, put the Inspiring Vantage, Triumph, Voice of Victory, Cosmograd. Okay, we have a decent curve for now. Start with the Triumph. Opponent is playing Godless Shrine, so let's see. Black and white, what could that mean? Is there a black and white deck currently in Standard that I don't know of? I sent you my Standard deck list. Okay, cool. I'll check that out when I can. So much appreciated, Tom. Okay, opponents. You there? Okay, they don't want to shot. Okay, so they're Mardu. Is it Mardu Mobilize? Is that their deck? Play the Voice of Victory. If we don't get any value from it, so be it. But let's see. Okay, got to crash through. I guess that's fine for now. We have enough lands to do our shenanigans. We just need to draw into everything else we need. Get lost. Okay. That's fine. Get the crash through. Okay. Play the mountain. Cosmograd Zenith. So we still can scry just a little bit longer. Okay, Heroes Hangout. We already have 1. And we already have a crash through as is. So we don't really need more. What we just need to do is just start going wide. Wait, Breeding Pool? What deck do you have, opponent? What pile am I missing right here? Sorry, it's been a little while since I've been in the Standard meta, so I have no idea what our opponent's trying to play here. All I just know is they have all 5 colors. They have a Get Lost. Sentry. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll take that. Our opponent is gifting us stuff here. I'm a little wary of such things, but okay. Okay, Voice of Victory number 2 on top. We flip. Gives all of our creatures a big extra pump here. And you know what? We're going to crash through. So here's how we do this. Counters first, then tokens. So the tokens resolve first, and we get the counters. Thank you, opponents. I appreciate also this big guy here. Big swing. Opponent can block Sentry. But the Void actually is indestructible, and he has Trample, so we can push through that damage no matter what. Thank you, opponents. I'll take that. And pass here. Okay. Still trying to figure out what they were trying to do with this. I did see this card before, and I actually thought about, maybe we could actually try to pull off something sneaky with this card. But so far, I'm not sure what I want to do with it. We'll make it work. Don't worry. We will make it work. Ooh, a road. Okay. All right, well, I mean, hey, get a free land out of it. So let's get a Plains. So I'll take the ramp. So thanks, opponents. Down to 15. Okay, so from here... Okay, we got another crash through. That's actually solid. Voice of Victory. Stadium Headliner. Okay. We will Heroes Hangout, pushing out the top 2 cards. And we'll get that Cosmograd Zenith. Thank you. For this... What do we want to do here? Get on the Voice of Victory. Okay. Voice of Victory too. All right. He has to swing no matter what. So that's just endless pushing no matter what. But okay, that's fine. We do have ways of making this work. A road again. Yeah, you know what? We will. We'll mix up our deck again. Okay, well, I guess we get all the ramp in the world now. Soulstone, okay. Notorious Cat, I run a 0 rare mono white aura deck to get about half of my ranked wins. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that deck before, so it actually is a pretty sweet deck when it goes off. I made a few gold tier and quit with the deck. Okay, well that's good to know too. Cool. Okay, so I think there's a path to victory here. I think we can get around our opponent's shenanigans here, and I will appreciate that they gave us the Void. So with that, we'll do it this way. All right, so pump up the team. Thank you, opponents. Got Okioi, okay. And then, let's see. I guess we'll do it this way. I'm going to force through that damage no matter what. Put off to the side, okay. And then from here, big swing. Okay, opponent. You got a block there. And then finally we get in with Frontline Rush on the headliner. And that is how you get the victory against the Sentry. All right, all right. Nice. We got him there. Appreciate you giving me that big token, opponent. That actually helped us out there. Thank you very much. We turned their token against him. Cool. All right, so if we can get one more win right here, we can at least push out of gold finally. Okay. Come on, deck. Show me some love. Let's show. We need to rally together here, everyone. We need to make this work. We need some noise. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get this going. Get some applause up in here. Get this place hyped up. Just trying to get out of this. Okay. Let's see. Can we do it with his hand? All right. Got a political triumph. We have plenty of lands to make our shenanigans happen here. So with that, we will start off with the plains. The Triumph coming in first. If nothing else, again, it provides for you good scrying and just fixing your next draws. Even if our creatures end up getting blown up in the process. It's all good. Whew, okay. Feeling it. I know we can get out of this. Okay. Verge land, okay. But they only have blue for now. Okay. So, with that, we will Frontline Rush first, make 2 tokens, scry twice. Let's see, we have enough land, so put that to the back. Okay, put that to the back. Okay. Hopefully that should set up our next draw. Okay, opponents. Another Verge land. Okay, interesting. Okay, so gave it 2 there. Oswald Zenith. We will keep that on top, just for now. Swing. Down 18. Okay, so we are ready to flip next turn. That's good. That's what we want. If Zenith survives this next turn, then Voice of Victory. Okay, death to our enemies. What does that do again? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a tap token. When the 4th plan counters on sacrifice, 7 damage as you choose. Oh. Eesh. That's a scary card. But we have ways of getting around it. That's not the problem. Voice of Victory. All right. Do our next scry, okay. I'll take that on top. Nice. Voice of Victory again. Start going, let's see, we want to go wide or we want to go big? Maybe I feel like we should go big. Go big. Down at 8. Opponent, you have 1 turn to stop us. Can they do it? They cannot! Oh my goodness, we finally did it, everyone. Nice! Oh. Finally, we got out of gold. Okay. Whew. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we finally got out of that. We're now in platinum. Okay, so I feel like now, at least for the remainder of the stream, the pressure's off to finally just try to do really, really crazy stuff. But, okay. Yay. So at least now we can just kind of coast for a bit. Any wins I get at this point now will just be gravy. Any losses we take, I mean, hey, we can't go back down to gold, so I guess I can lose as much as I want for the remainder of the stream. So you know what? It is what it is. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. But otherwise, once we get near the end of the stream, as always, everyone, as a friendly reminder, we will talk about the deck as a whole. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So stay tuned for that at a certain point. Let's see. Not the ideal hand. We have technically removal. We also have ways of digging for stuff. Opponent does go first, so we're on the draw. If we can get what we need, like a stadium headliner here, that actually can help us out. Other cool tricks you can use with our deck, I forgot to mention, is for the mobilized tokens that are going to die, you can also use your erode on the tokens just to help give yourself some pseudo ramp with erode. It's a cute little, like, tech if you need to. On the other hand, Badgermole Cub, jeez, okay. Okay, Abandoned Air Temple. That's tapped, so unfortunately we can't do anything about that. Burst Lightning does get at least rid of the Badgermole Cub. We swing here. We mobilize, go to 18 for them. Lose the token. Congrats on the rank up. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Notorious Cad. I'm just so glad to stop dealing with those stupid loops of just having to win, lose, win, lose. Ah! Just, it's just good to get out of that, that's all. Shang-Chi, Master Kung Fu. Okay. Is that something I should worry about? Okay. All right. Political Triumph. We will exile the top 2 cards of our library. Come on, land. No lands. Okay, but I will take the Frontline Rush. If nothing else, that can at least get Triumph to at least do some stuff. Okay. We'll go full control for a second. So our opponent is just doing mono green shenanigans. I don't know what though. No. Alright, they gift us a card. Oh. I'll take another Political Triumph. I guess that kind of works. Spider Ham. Peter Porker. Okay. So they can kind of pump up the team, but not really, because they don't have anything for it. Okay. Anything else, opponents? You literally have just vomited your whole hand. Usually I'm always the one that does that. Okay. Okay, well, I'll draw another card here. Okay. So with that, I guess we don't need to be full Political Triumph. That enters. We start doing our scry shenanigans in just a moment. We just want to get to a couple of lands, or at least, I don't know, maybe we just start blowing stuff up with the roads? Not ideal, but might have to do that. First, though, we will make our gobos. At least before this card goes bye-bye. Okay, so at least fix our turns, fix our plans. Okay, they eat a food. Okay, we got another road on top. That's that's hilarious, but okay. Do I really want that many roads though? Probably not. We need a land. I guess I don't know. Okay. Okay. Now we need lands. Come on, deck. No attacks yet. Okay. Opponents. Swinging. Big swing here. Block here. Block there. We take out one of the forest tokens, or forest lands. It does come back, unfortunately, so it doesn't really do much for us. Okay. Cosmograd. Let's try again. Okay, well, there's a land. Okay, well, mobilize. That does flip it, so at least we get a little bit more oomph. Okay, opponent can block still, so that's fortunate. But at least we have a plan here. We go to 19. We will hit our own token. This does help us go wide. Make new tokens. We erode. Get out the basic. Out of planes. Okay. Okay. Well, things are working out so far here. Sort of. We block here. Okay, how do we do this? Okay. Can we survive? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so 2 creatures go bye-bye. We lose our 2 creatures. Okay, got another land. Mountain. Okioi. We reload on tokens. We erode. We will take out Scrap Shooter. Alright. Counters on stuff. Nice. They get a land out of the deal too, but that's okay. We managed to bring them back down to at least a more sizable threat. No attacks. Whew, okay. Some way, somehow, we're surviving. But Squirrel Girl means they... Ooh, wait, do they have the infinite combo? Oh, dear. Wait, now they have it. Okay. Joy. Opponent has made the infinite combo go off. Even if we had the erode, they can do this at instant speed, so there's no way we would have won this one. Dang. If you guys also want to see me do Squirrel Girl, check out a previous video we actually have done, because we did do her live, and she actually can do some ridiculous things. Not that I need to show you here now. Okay, opponent made all the tokens in the world, because why not? Alright. Dormilage number 2. The other one will go bye-bye, but we're just doing this for the tokens. Not that we need that. Makes tokens, but our opponent has all the tokens in the world, so... Alright, fine, opponents. You win. You win. It's okay. I ain't mad at everyone. I mean, again, being able to make infinite squirrels is hilarious. Just a shame it wasn't us today. Any case... We're winding it down, everyone. We'll be probably doing maybe like 2 or 3 more games, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So before we do get close to the end, everyone, if you've already done so, and if you've already you've subscribed, if you want to be a true Fire friend and show me some extra love, as a reminder, we do have a Patreon and a members-only playlist on YouTube. Both of those are going to be, again, subscription only, but if you do join them, you have a chance to check out some of our exclusive sneak peeks at future decks ahead of time. You can also get some exclusive videos that do not get posted to the main channel, and from there, that will help keep this channel going a little bit longer, everyone. So we do appreciate all of you guys, and even if you don't want to, or say, like I should say, maybe if you can't help us out financially there, not a big deal. Just simply join our Discord, and you can be part of our growing group of fiery friends. But no matter what you do, any and all support you provide for me will, again, help keep this channel going. And as a reminder, all links for this, the replay, will all be located in the details below, no matter where you're watching from, whether it's on X, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube. And once more time, thank you to everyone who has been with me today. You're all great, everyone. Okay. Sacred Foundry. I'll play that. Let's get the Voice of Victory going. Swinging. Stadium Headliner. Makes a token. All right. Make our opponent go to 18, but we're also at 18 because of the Shock Land. So let's see. Can we do this? A Breeding Pool. Sunbillow Verge. That's actually a great land to have right now. Stadium Headliner. All right. So, game plan right now. Going wide. That's a lot of tokens. Down to 13. Opponents. Not sure what they're doing, but okay. We'll make it work. Opponents. Opponents. Okay, they shock themselves again. Mid-roll speaker. Oh, okay. What are they going to toss in? What are they going to try to reanimate? Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. Could be scary. Or it could be nothing. What are they reanimating in standard? Okay, it's Arden. Okay. Yeah. Okay, got the Spirit of Spider-Man. Okay. So here and now is where we got to do this. We shock ourselves. Monica Rambeau. Let's see. Okay. They could do it from any card in the graveyard. We will... Dang. Okay. This doesn't help us out per se. That's 1, 2, 3. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 7 damage. Okay. Still not enough. I guess we'll just do our regular swing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang. All right. We do lose one stadium headliner in the process. Small price to pay. Down to 5. All the mobilized tokens go bye-bye. Okay. Opponents. They shocked themselves down there. Superior Spider-Man. Okay. So. Okay. We erode that. Okay. Phew. Okay, we managed to at least get around that, so I will take that win. There we go. But now the real grind happens if we're going to start going up platinum ranks. Ugh. We'll see if we can get around that. We'll try. We'll try in the future, everyone. All right. So with that, let's see. Maybe we can squeeze in maybe like, I don't know, 2 more games? 2 more games sounds fine, right? I think we can make at least that happen. After that, again, as much as I would love to continue with you guys, again, my schedule is tight today, so we got to try to make sure I can take care of a couple other grown-up things, if you will. But still, I appreciate all of you today that have been with me. You guys all have been fabulous. We'll see if we can try to finish off strong for the rest of the stream. Just a little bit longer, everyone. A little bit longer. Okay, so moving on from here. We've got the crash through, burst lightning, front line. Opponent does go first, though. But at least we have good lands. We can cast what we need to on time. Higher claw, okay. Inspiring advantage. We'll pass from here. If opponent starts swinging, it looks like they will. Okay, burst lightning. Higher claw. They can't do their activation on it unless they make us lose life. Okay, cool. Verge again. Opponents. Anything else? Emberheart Challenger, okay. Opponent. Swinging. We take the hit, we go to 18. Let's see, okay. We will make our 2 tokens. 2 little goblos. Okay. Maybe. Opponents. Okay. Goblos do resolve. Heroes hang out. Okay. I guess we'll do it that way. So top 2 cards of our library. Okay. And then from there, I guess we'll just get the extra land drop. We'll worry about that later on. Push our opponent down to 18 as well. Okay. So if things get too out of control, we have an erode waiting in the wings in case of it just... in case our opponent just gets super duper big with their Emberheart Challenger. Let's see what they do here. Okay, they swinging. Do we go to 16? Looks like we do. They trigger their higher claw. Okay. That's fine. Political triumph. Okay, well, I guess that helps out a little bit. Oh man, I really want to play her so bad right now. But I need to make sure I get that hexproof. That is going to be a key piece. That is a real key piece of the deck. She no Pyromancer. Okay. Well, opponent's doing some cute burn stuff here. Go to 14. I wonder if there's actually a couple cards that maybe we should consider for this deck as a way to circumvent like burn decks like this. Well, I'll talk about what I mean by that in a bit. Okay, we gotta slow them down now, so we're gonna have to start taking sponging hits here. So, I know, this sounds a little weird, but hear me out. We do this, we ramp our own creature. Opponents. Do they wait? Okay, I was going to be like, wait, they could waste a burn spell if they want to. They really wanted to. Get her planes. Okay, so that does allow us to get out Photon a little faster. And that's what we need for a deck like this. We really need to get that going much quicker. All right, Photon, Living Light. Awesome. We scry, so it set up at least our next turn. She has hexproof, and then mono red means they can't touch her. So let's see. Is that going to be enough for us? All right, and pass. All right, so we're seeing. They ping. Do they turn on Higher Claw? Do they pump everything up? I don't know. Ember Heart Challenger means they have to have something to pump it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Tough call here. We'll block with that. Okay. If they have something, they're going to do it now. If I don't block, I feel like I'm just going to lose either way. We'll find out here. Okay, they shock. Go to 10. Shock. No, they do have the shocks. All right. 8. Is that it? Go to 2. Ooh, okay. Okay, Heroes Hangout. So, we will crash through Heroes Hangout. So, Heroes Hangout. We will... What do we want to get here? Imodane's Recruiter at least can kind of give us some damage. Imodane's Recruiter. Scry's our next turn. Okay, so... Want that on top? Okay, we'll just keep that on top. Heroes hang out again. Let's see, that's 10, 11, 12. Ooh, we're so close. So close right here. Okay. Exile the top 2. And dang it. We came up short. Okay. Dang, we tried. We tried, everyone. We really did. So even if I don't swing here, dang. Came up short just by a little bit. If I had that erode just ready to go there. Yeah. So let's see. It won't matter. I realize now no matter what I do, it's not going to matter. If they swing, they ping. We go to 1. If we block, and they have a lightning strike anyway. All right, well, yeah, it didn't matter. Mono red, we didn't have any life gain, so we just didn't have a way of actually surviving the hit. But it's okay, everyone. It's okay. In any case, this will be coming up right here. The final game, everyone. Win or lose. Let's see. Can Photon and her elemental heroic power and prowess provide for us just enough to pound our way to victory? Can we go wide with her and big? All right, well, let's lock in now. Let's do this. Yeah, all right. Okay. Okay, feeling good here. Feeling good. Okay. Wow, this hand doesn't do anything for us. Okay, well, I don't want to give our opponent some ramp, so we'll mulligan. I will keep this hand. Not ideal, but we can play with it. It's usable. Okay, island. Okay. Sparring Vantage. We will... You know what? We're going to hit the crash through. I'm going to start digging for our pieces here. We need those. Opponent's got an island. And Spiral Canal. Okay. We will... Stadium Headliner. Do you have an answer, opponent? Anything in hand? Nothing yet. Okay. That's cool. Okay, opponents. We're going to see if we try to get her around whatever they're doing here. It's guessing it's got to be some kind of is it something. Prowess or dramatic critique. Okay. All right, well, if we're going to lose the creature, I might as well just hit the erode now. Might as well ramp while we can. Get the planes out. Okay, so there we go, everyone. We got the big brain move here. Okay. Can we do this here? Practical Joe. Okay. Fine. Erode again. This is hilarious, by the way. Not the way you want to actually use these cards, but hey. At this point, I guess I might as well just start ramping. Okay. Sacred Foundry. I guess we'll now play Monica Rambeau as Photon. She coming down? Yes. And she has Hexproof, so whatever shenanigans you have cannot touch her. This is hilarious. Okay. Not the way I was expecting the deck to go, but hey. I'll take it. Okay, 2 Crossmograd Zeniths. Choose better than 1. Opponents. Do let it resolve. Okay. Nothing. Opponents. No, they have to have something. You gotta have something in hand. Do they blow up the Zenith? Do they have any other removal, bounce effect? Burst lightning, okay. So for this... Okay, so... Go Y. Pump, pump, pump. There we go. There we go. Now we just gotta just build up a board out of nowhere. Hit our opponent to 15. Okay, if we can just get at least maybe like 1 more non-creature spell. Oh, I guess we didn't need it. Okay. Hey, we'll take that. Victory is a victory, everyone. Yeah. And there we go, everyone. Out of nowhere, using our erodes to give us some pseudo ramping and just go super big and wide out of nowhere. There you go, everyone. That's how the deck is meant to work. So, all right. Yay. I can end it on a happy note today. Okay. So before we wrap up today, let's actually talk about the decks as a whole. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But otherwise, tell me in the comments below, everyone, what do you think of this deck? Photon Prowess. Do you like the deck? Do you like what it's trying to do? Would you play the deck in any way, shape, or form? So, I know it's a small sample size because we just did this for the midweek Magic event, but at least the budget one does give you an idea of what the deck is trying to do. Literally, you just want to wait until you can actually flip her into Photon to start going big and wide with your tokens. Even if you can't get her to flip, she actually is pretty powerful just by herself with just flying and prowess on her own. There are some alternatives that I can recommend if you want to play back in other older formats. We'll talk about those in just a moment if you actually do like her. I do like actually a little bit of extra support from other cards here, from like Okioi, and I do like that we can make tokens at instant speed, so that actually feels pretty good for the budget version of the deck. I can't really say much about the sideboard because, again, this was not designed for that for the event. It was just meant for best of 1. Having said that, as you did see from the upgraded version of the deck, we definitely can push out a lot of power very quickly. The biggest thing and trickiest thing, again, with the deck is knowing how to pilot it so that way you can stack your triggers so that way, again, you want to make sure that her non-creature spell ability gives counters after you have all of the tokens you can on the stack already created. So be aware of that. I'm going to emphasize that constantly if you actually want to play this deck. For those of you out there that do like the deck overall, again, as a reminder, you will get a chance to see this as a link in the details of this live stream once we're done in just a few moments, and that'll be up across all of my socials. So check that out, everyone. But again, primarily, if you want to see the majority of my stuff, that is going to be located primarily on both X and YouTube as my 2 main areas I am the most frequent on. So just FYI, if you guys want to track me down, or at least want to tell me again, like, again, how it works for you. Having said all that, I do like how this deck feels. It is a pretty fun one. You can definitely get a lot of explosive wins once you start pumping everything up. However, this definitely feels like it'd probably be stronger as a best of 3 deck. And I only say that because while we didn't get a chance to do any best of 3 today, there were definitely a lot of moments where I really wish we actually had some of our sideboard cards. Many of those moments where I wanted to ping out our opponent, or again, just use the Boros Charm to get some massive damage in, or protect our board from getting blown away. However, the biggest thing that will hurt your deck is mass exile effects. If we have to deal with that, like you saw with the Pinnacle Emissary, the deck feels sad because that'll blow away all of your tokens. So be aware of that. We didn't deal with any Wraths today, but Wraths also blow up Photon because she has hexproof, but she is not indestructible. Just an FYI. But one thing I actually am surprised about, again, but I also love, is I'm going to gush about it one more time. Political Triumph. I cannot stop glazing this card. Amazing card. Definitely get this card if you do play a lot of go wide decks. Even if you flip it after 4 counters, if you have a wide enough board, this gives you a ton of value for literally 1 white mana. That's great value. Do not sleep on this card. I definitely should get a copy for a couple of my other decks I'm going to build around in the future. Otherwise, that's pretty much it, everyone. It feels pretty good. I like how we can build tokens out of nowhere, and it's actually a pretty fun deck for you. I don't know if I can really say this is going to be something that's going to help you rank up a lot, but we did show today that we can get out of the gold and at least make it to platinum with this deck. Anything beyond that probably would require you to play best of 3, so just FYI if you actually do like the deck. Otherwise, as far as that is concerned, we're going to then go over really briefly before we end today's stream with what's to come. For my true fiery friends who have stuck around this far into the live stream, here's a quick little sneak peek as to what we're building for the future. So if you are with us on Friday, that's going to be when we're planning our next live stream. We, of course, have Atlantis Attack. So we're going to be rocking Namor, the Submariner here, and a Merfolk Go Wide strategy. It's all tempo, Merfolk, and some really nasty spells. Again, as a reminder, going forward, we'll play the budget version in the non-ranked formats, but we'll play the non-budget version in ranked competitive brawl. So there will be some massive changes between the two. This is, again, just to make sure I feel like that's how we can probably estimate our decks to be more fairer in terms of streaming these things in the future. But that's going to be located for, again, Friday. Next week, we do have a new deck. We have another poison deck, and yes, I know I can never get enough of poison decks, but we have this ready to go. I'll start doing I'm a little behind on my stuff today, so I just need to fill out the sideboard, but we'll start filming this as soon as I am done here in just a few moments, and then we'll get that going. So this is, again, going to be on a budget, so this can be payable for everybody. We'll show off, of course, the more upgraded version later on into that. Otherwise, our other deck beyond that for the next live stream, even past that, will be a Hail Hydra deck. So we got a Hydra deck full of villains. We got to do a villain deck at some point, so that's actually going to be what we're working on. And then after that, we have a couple other decks where we're going to try to play around with. We might take a quick break from our focus on the Marvel set. I have a Goth Girl Summer deck that I really want to do on a stream, so I might do a mono black deck for you guys coming up. Anything beyond that one, we have a couple more deck techs coming up, such as a Gotta Go Faster deck, and if we can, maybe we can also do the free aura farming deck. Like this deck, no rares, no mythics. It's actually a pretty sweet one for you guys out there that actually want to play and want to play on a budget, so this is actually good for standard. But otherwise, that's pretty much all I have for you today, everyone. Thank you one more time to everybody who did stick around and check me out for today. As one reminder, once more time, the links for these live streams will be located as replays if you missed anything in the details below once we're all done for today. Otherwise, I have nothing else to say except thanks again one more time to those of you that were with me in the chat today. So, Anna Saidhin, hello, and thank you one more time for that. Ashley DeBeer, Notorious Cat, thanks again for popping in for a bit. Flames, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon / Tom, appreciate you also being there as well. Thank you also for posting the standard list. I'll check that out once we can, and a little bit when I have a bit of free time later tonight. And then for everyone else, even if you aren't in the chat specifically, I still appreciate all of you guys just the same. So, with that, have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. If you want to play this for the midweek magic, it will be there for you. But otherwise, we'll see you again on Friday with another fun stream, everyone. But until then, before I go, I want to leave you with one more important thing. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We will see you again Friday, everyone. Later.